So I have a question for you. Why did you decide to sell your patches as a network marketing company?
That's interesting. When I was in college, there were only, out of a large group of friends, there were only two of us that wanted to be entrepreneurs. And so I went to school in New York, and all of our friends wanted, to work for IBM, work for big accounting companies. Like, no, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to have my own business. So my friend and I, we would go to different types of opportunity meetings looking to see, well, how can we be an entrepreneur? And we ended up going to meetings for a number of networking companies. And I was the person in the audience asking the technical questions about, how does the water filter work and all those kind of things. And I could never get an answer, so never joined one. And like a lot of people, I had not a good experience with the network marketing industry because of some of the players that I met. But when I started Lifewave and was doing an evaluation of how to market this, I was thinking about radio and TV. I approached GNC, who wanted to market the product, looked at infomercials and talked to companies about doing that. We did some testing. And I had an experience where a fellow that was a business friend introduced me to somebody. We had a business lunch, and then he ran into somebody in a movie theater who was interested in investing in Lifewave. I met with that guy, and then he introduced me to a medical doctor who introduced me to another medical doctor who was friends with Coach Richard Quick at Stanford University. So in about a 3-week period of time, I went from sitting at a lunch in Buford to being out at Stanford University putting patches on Olympic swimmers with Richard Quick, a 6-time U.S. Olympic coach. And when I really thought about that, I said, this would never have happened with the product sitting on the shelf at GNC. Would never happen. Yeah. This is all networking. I need to go back and reevaluate this. And so in July of 2004, I flew out to California. I was invited there by Coach Quick to see the Olympic trials. And when I landed, he said, well, we have an issue. The Olympic Committee thinks that there's drugs in these patches, and they want you to, explain what the technology is. So I met with this fellow, Dr. Scott Rodeo, explained what the patches were. They took them down to UCLA Microanalytical Lab, validated, there were only natural materials in the patches, and we were vindicated. But over 1,000 people contacted me wanting to buy the product and be a distributor for this new technology. And I was like, okay, the alarm bells went off. Clearly, what God is telling me, this is supposed to be a network marketing company. And 3 months later, on November 10th of 2004, we started sales. We did $500,000 in business our very first month, and wow. 17 million in sales for 2005. So it was a very, very clear sign this was where our home was supposed to be.
Wow.